then people, welcome back. Today I'm going to take you over my diet for my cutting period. At the start I will not be following any real structure, I will just be tracking my macros, and then later on in the diet I will be following more structure and it will just be more of the same on a daily basis. However, I'm going to do a video like this every 3 weeks so that I can update you on the small changes that I make in my diet, so you can see how easy it is to make tiny changes, and that is what's going to make the difference in the long run when it comes to following a diet. You don't want to cut all the carbs from one meal or just skip a meal totally, because your body's used to eating at the same times. When it becomes used to eating at those times, it would be good to just remove a little bit of food from each meal, because then it's very insignificant changes that you're not going to notice in your satiety, like 20 grams of rice here, 20 grams of oats here, one less piece of fruit here. You're really not going to notice that, opposed to just removing a meal. Anyway, I'm going to make a breakfast sandwich, so let's get on to that now. This breakfast sandwich is probably one of the most filling and best things that I've ever created as of yet. All you're going to need is 50 grams of bacon, and then you leave that in the pan to cook, because that takes the longest. So then you get all your egg whites in a bowl, and you get your eggs out, then you come back when the bacon is done. Now your bacon is looking ready, so you want to get your egg whites, and you put your bacon in the middle of the pan so you can use it as like a shield to keep your egg whites on this side. They look so red because I put paprika in, I put a bit too much. Because you want to keep your egg whites all on one side, because the next part, you're going to need that right side of the pan for your actual eggs. So now we just let that cook for a minute. Now your egg whites are nearly done. Crack 2 eggs in the other side. Put a bit of cheese on your egg whites, this light cheese, like so. You get 2 slices of that. Leave it for another 5 minutes while that all cooks. Now it comes to layering it up, so you want the egg white and cheese on the bottom, but there's going to be another bit of egg white and cheese, so it's going to be a very thick layer. Then you want Heinz ketchup, 0 sugar, low salt, that's the one it is. Then whack that on top like that. Add your bacon, 2 eggs. It's just staying live in the pan very well, but that's alright. Then a bit more ketchup. And that is the breakfast sandwich, first meal of the day, 600 calories. That is going to keep you very full. So then people, I'll give you a little taste test and then we'll get on with the day. Look at that midsection there, mate. Look at, there we go, mate. Look at that. Now I'll give it a taste test. Incredible. For only 600 calories, if you like savoury breakfast, then this is the one. Honestly, I will put calories and macros on screen here for you now. There is a long version of this on my Instagram and TikTok, which will both be in the description, where you can see the recipe being made. However, I'll eat this now, and then we'll get on with the day. Always on this channel, I find myself going on a run because the weather's nice. However, I'm taking advantage of it as much as I can, because I won't have the luxury of doing that when I get home, because the weather's not very nice in England, so we're not going to be going on runs just because the weather's nice, just so we feel like it. However, during my cut, I will be reducing the amount of volume that I do when running, and that is because that's how fast I am. 5k done in that 1 second. Joking, oh, at the time, I'm seeing for you now. It's about 22-23 minutes, not the best time in the world. Camera looks pretty steamy, but it might just be me. But getting back to the previous point, was that I reduced my running volume, as I don't want a lot of volume, I don't want a lot of fatigue from different areas. So because I'll be in a calorie deficit, 5 times weightlifting is enough, and maybe 1 or 2 runs a week depending on how I feel. But last 4 weeks to cut, they'll probably be out totally, and I'll just do walking, because I really want to focus on maintaining the most amount of muscle that I can. So if you do want to maintain all the muscle that you've gained, then I would definitely recommend reducing your other activities definitely towards the end of your cut. I'll jump in the shower now, and then we'll go on the second meal of the day. And there we go, that took a while to catch up, but ready now. Gonna go for the second meal of the day. I had these Turkish flatbreads that are only 280 calories, which is a great save. So I'm gonna have one of them, do some beef mince, a big lettuce, big salad in there, load of lettuce, peppers, onions. Then we're gonna let that settle and get to the gym, I reckon. But let's get to cooking that first things first. Meal looks good, people. That's fucking simple to make. Look at it, it's huge. Gonna get some hot sauce, red hot wings, hot sauce, whack it on there. Then give it a taste test, and we're gonna train after this. Well, I'm waiting for my friend, so we could eat again depending on how long they take. But let's get onto the meal. Look how big it is, mate. That's only like 400 or 500 calories. I've got the calories and macros on screen for you there now. That's so good. Unreal. That's overfilled with beef mince, 125 grams of beef mince. One of these, bit of lettuce, bit of hot sauce, easy as. Anyway, I'll finish this off now. Catch you in the next clip where we'll either be eating again or at the gym. Find out now. So here we are to try the new pre-workout. 390 milligrams of caffeine per scoop. So thought I'd try this on here for the first time. You've probably seen it in the last video that I uploaded, but here we are trying it for the first time. It tastes like alcohol. It doesn't really taste great, but we're gonna drink this, have these two Pink Ladies, because Pink Lady is the best apple. Comment down below what your favourite apple is, and if it's not Pink Lady, you need to come up with a 3-page explanation why you haven't chosen that, because there really is no explanation, because Pink Lady is the MVP. Anyway, I'm going to drink this, head to the gym, so catch you there. We're at the gym now, so to start off I'm going to do some lateral raises. This is shoulder and chest day, but I find that if I do my lateral raises first, I get more out of them and they don't affect my chest that much. So it's going to go lateral raises, flat press, overhead press, cable press, shrugs and tricep push down, and I'll give some talking through when it is relevant. If you've never tried these lateral raises, then I would definitely recommend giving them a good try. I'm going to do them now. Some people say if you go over your shoulder and you're not really using your side down anymore and using your traps, I say try this and tell me your side downs don't hurt a lot more afterwards. Show you now. Gonna head home now. Got myself a little Snickers for that post-meal anabolic window. If I don't get this glucose into our muscles directly within an hour of training, was it even worth it anyway? Definitely just chatting shit. But the next meal, I'm getting cooked for me. Woohoo! So you won't get to see mine. I'll finish this mouthful. So you won't get to see my amazing culinary skills for a third time in one video, which is an absolute shame. But I'm gonna get home now, jump in the shower, and then the next thing you will probably see is my dinner cooked by this lovely human. There we go. Nice post-workout meal. Salmon, veggies, rice. I've got the calories and macros on screen for you now. I'm going to eat this, do a bit of editing, and then I'll catch you for the last meal of the day, which is going to be something sweet, because I always like to end the day with something sweet when I'm dieting. And we're back for the final meal of the day. As I'm guessing most of you are pretty familiar with how to make French toast now. But if you're not, I'm going to explain it quickly. We get egg whites, whack them in a bowl, sweetener, dip our bread in, make it soak up all the liquid, put it in the pan, and then once it's been cooked on each side, so it's like nicely brown, a little crispy, doesn't have to be crispy if you don't like it like that though, then you add your toppings, and I've gone for PB2 and caramel. Look at that, people. Final product, look at that, PB2, syrup, caramel. Gonna give it a little taste test, then wrap up the video, because it's getting late here now. All the flavours, unreal. Obviously later on in my diet I won't be putting like caramels on and eating Snickers, but at this point I'm not that hungry, so I can afford to have more treats. Later on in the diet I'll cut back on the treats and just eat more filling foods. Calories and macros for the meal will be on screen there. Calories and macros for the day will be on screen there. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dose. Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see